Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Carol from Practical Mystic, and today I'm going to continue with a video that I did about the power of our beliefs and our belief systems. And there was a questionnaire where I really focused on asking who I was. I also alluded to that the information that I'm sharing with you then and now had to do with a 2-day workshop that I facilitated on. And I am going to also share with you today the books that that workshop was focused on and created from. Both of these books are from authors that I had interviewed on my radio show. The first one is Dr. Eve A. Wood, and her book is 10 Steps to Take Charge of Your Emotional Life. And in the 10 steps, in 10.6, she brings out the importance of identifying the beliefs that imprison you and reprogramming the brain circuit involved. And she talked basically about what I spoke about in the first video, that many of our beliefs are unconscious. We are not aware of them, but they're still very powerful. They play out in our lives, and they affect us greatly. So I would say the workshop was based on Dr. Eve's Wood concept of step 6, but the greater amount of the workshop and what I will be sharing with you in my videos is from Dr. Judith Orliff in her book, Guide to Intuitive Healing, 5 Steps to Physical, Emotional, and Sexual Well-Being. I would say the majority of the workshop stemmed from hers. Of course, there was a lot of places in her books. I will follow up with our next video on looking at what she calls the 4 common beliefs that drain our power. So we'll get into that next in the next video. What I do want to share with you today is a follow-up from the previous video where we talked about how we can change our beliefs about anything and writing them. So the concept is to begin by rewriting your beliefs. Now, once you write them down or you choose them, that is an excellent method for making changes in your life. You can do this exercise for any area of your life. Your beliefs about aging, marriage, health, wealth, appearances, mental state, parenting, sex, relationships, love. You can see that it goes on and on. Now, for the purpose of the 10 questions that I had addressed to everyone, and I was focusing on who I am because that really is the core of other choices and other belief systems that we hold. They're really based upon our concept of ourselves. So now this is a fictitious story, but it is the beliefs that this individual had. So let's begin. I feel it is my responsibility to make others happy. I find that if I agree, go along, and get along with others, my life goes smoothly. People like me, and my friends find me very kind and agreeable. I recall how my mother used to say that being a woman, I should and will be much better off to sacrifice my needs for little things here and there in order to please and be a helpmate to my husband. You know, keep the peace for the sake of the marriage and family. And what would the neighbors think if they heard loud screaming and hollering taking place at our home? Lord knows my mother catered to my father and made sure we behaved when he came home from work. She never complained much to him, but snapped, yelled, and got angry very quickly with us when we misbehaved. Then, if we showed discontent, sadness, or asked why, we were sent to our rooms, confused, feeling we were bad children. Funny. When I think back, I see that she kept her thoughts and feelings to herself. She was just a private woman who did what she had to do, I guess. I find that men in general, and some women, are happier, complimentary, and kinder when you come to see what they need and how you can help them meet those needs. I find that at work, I worry about not pleasing my boss. I was lucky to get this job. Even now, I think I'm not really qualified. But he knows I am a team player, and he can depend on me to take on extra work when the staff gets behind. I will stay after work if I must. I find I scan the office to see if anyone is doing okay. Then I think, is someone watching me? Oh, what would they think if they saw the pile of files and scattered things all over my desk? I've never been an organized person, but should be. That would certainly save me precious time and make me look like a competent employee. I know I'm up to my nose with work right now on my desk. It stresses me, and I just feel terrible about it. But I won't ask for help or complain. I will put a smile on my face and just work faster and harder. After all, the boss picks me to do these extra things, and as long as he is satisfied and happy with the work I am doing, I know I am employable and able to keep my job. So, many of you right now are probably chuckling, but these are true belief systems sometimes for someone who may not have very high self-esteem or self-worth or feel valuable or validated, and they find that they get by, and if they can make other people happy, it makes them happy. So they really forfeit who they are. So this is their belief systems, and there's a lot of shoulds. I should do them, but I don't do them. So we placate, and we make do, and we roll up our sleeves, and we work harder. But we don't change anything. We don't complain. Remember, Mother didn't complain. Always please your father, please other people. That was her upbringing. So part 2 to the exercise is I now believe and affirm changing my beliefs. Number 1, it is not my responsibility to make others happy. Number 2, it is not likely that everyone I meet will like me. I must like myself and trust myself first. Being who I truly am works best for everyone. Number 3, I do not have to forfeit who I am in order to be loved or wanted. That's a new belief system. Number 4, disagreeing with others does not make me wrong or bad. Number 5, relationships are healthy when each person maintains their self-worth, can uphold their core values, and be allowed to express their needs and convictions without fear of rejection or condemnation. 6, who I am has nothing to do with my education or IQ. 7, What others think of me is none of my business. Now, that is not original from me. That is from Dr. Wayne Dyer, a very spiritual psychologist, and there is a lot of truth to that if we don't worry about what other people think about us. Their opinion has no bearing on how I feel about myself, only when I allow it to. 8, I am responsible for how I feel, what I think, and what I say. 9, it is healthy for me to know and set limits to what I can do or undertake. Saying no is an act of self-love and awareness. I am not lazy, selfish, or inadequate in any way when I say no to someone's request. 10, I believe I was born to be happy. Knowing who I am and accepting every part of myself without judgment or criticism is a crucial step in living in truth and working towards wholeness. All right, everyone, that is going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you find some value in this, understanding just how our belief system play into our lives in so many ways. Let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to going a little further with this wonderful book by Dr. Judith Orloff, Intuitive Healings, where we will discuss many of her concepts about how to heal ourselves and everyone else around us when we change our mind and our life. Bye for now.